Waiting, Subash. Okay, let's allow some people to come in. Namaste. Hello, everyone. Apologies for the delay. We're into the 6th over, and just as we go live, Nepal have a wicket, and no surprise to see who else would it be. But it's the big man, Karen KC, the folk hero, who's coming in to bowl his 4th delivery of, oh dear, a bit of a misfield there. And it's going to be turned away for 4. Babar Azam's first delivery runs away quickly across the turf. Karen KC looks more than a little unhappy. Didn't quite see it first to misfield of the ball, but you're very welcome along. We do have 1 wicket down, and it was KC. Here's a look at the replay. And it's gone, well, straight underneath Gulshan Jah. Not the greatest effort from the teenager who was so impressive down in Zimbabwe. A very, very good afternoon to you all back in Nepal. And I'm at the Phoenix Cricket Club here in Dublin, in Ireland. I'm not in Multan. I very nearly was, but instead going to be joining you and bringing you the first innings here on a bit of a YouTube watch-along live. We'll give you a little flash of my setup here. We're at the Phoenix Cricket Club. There it is in the background. That's the Star Sports coverage live on TNT Sports. We'll see if we can do this on the laptop as well. So there it is there. And what I'm going to do throughout today is we get a look at Asif Sheikh's excellent catch, a tumbling grab of the highest quality, beautifully held. It was slashed that away from his body. And Asif Sheikh, moments after we'd already seen a drop catch from Arif Sheikh, his brother. That was Imam, who was dropped on just 5 with a score on 21 for none. Nepal have their first. Those early nerves, those early jitters have been settled as Karen KC closes out a wicket taking over. 6 have been bowled, and the score is 25 for 1. So you're welcome along to the coverage. You're tuning in here on Facebook Live, also on YouTube Live here. Great to see you all, and great to be with you for what is going to be, well, a historic occasion. It really is. And going to try and bring you the whole first innings. Actually here at the Phoenix Cricket Club, a club I used to play at. You can see the old honours board there behind me on the 2 different screens. So live on Facebook here, and also live on YouTube here. We're right in the heart of Dublin City Centre. We're just in the innings, or the over break now, in the first innings. 25 for 1 the score after 6 overs. I'm really looking forward to engaging with you all, hearing all your questions. And yeah, I wish I was there doing the commentary live, but instead we're going to have a little bit of a YouTube watch along and enjoy it. Sampal Kami in for his 4th over driven. Well fielded, all this could be gone. Rohit Paudel may well have just taken Nepal's 2nd wicket. It was hit straight to his right at mid-off. And I think Nepal have 2. Oh, what a start. The stuff of dreams for the men from Kathmandu. And Imam ul Haq, I think he knows he's gone. He's had that life already. I think this is the 2nd, and sensational for Nepal. They're all together. We're going to go up to the 3rd umpire to make sure. But have Nepal got 2 in the power play? Oh, the stuff of dreams. Here we go. Yes, gone. Gone for all money. And what a start for Nepal. Unbelievable, the dive from Imam ul Haq. Called him short. Langton Rosere, the 3rd umpire from Zimbabwe. Nepal have 2, and the 2 openers are back in the hutch. And Sandeep Lamachani, Lalit Rajbanshi yet to bowl. Oh, this is brilliant. What a start for Nepal. Those questioning whether they belonged, we heard some rather condescending comments, didn't we, online at first? But what a start. And you're very welcome along to today's watch along. I wish I was there in person, but what a buzz. What a moment. Nepal have 2 wickets. And at the end, in fact, midway through the 6th over, the score 25 for 2. What a start. Absolutely sensational. So welcome along to the watch along. Do get involved. Gone is the shout from Savin Badarai. Gone is right. And Nepal have their 2nd. And unbelievable. What a proud moment. Back to Ram Gurung. You're spot on, Yoga Thapa. Nice to hear from you. You're all very welcome along to the YouTube and Facebook Live watch along. You're with me, Andrew Leonard. And the Nepal flags, they're flying up in the crowd. That's the captain, Rohit Paudel. Well, I thought he was one of the players to watch coming into today. Sampal Kami built up that pressure. It brings together the 2 key men for Pakistan. Mohammad Rizwan to the crease now, alongside Babar Azam. The captain being joined by his wicketkeeper. You're very welcome along to today's YouTube live watch along. What a start for Nepal. Well, just as I turned on, the first wicket fell, and now the second's gone. And Nepal, the stuff of dreams. Great to hear from you all. Do tell me where you're watching along from. This one's chipped into the leg side. Should be just a couple. Zlatat Rajbanshi does the fielding. I'll get back quickly. Babar Azam off to a hot start. And great to hear from you on Amrit Sunawar. Lovely to hear from you. Great message. Amar Rokaya, Darshan Unique, Kapil Shrestha, Prakash Gamir, Jai Nepal indeed. What a start. And lovely to hear from everyone. I'm not going to be able to do the whole game today on a YouTube live watch along, but I will be watching, actually playing a game here today at the historic Phoenix Cricket Club in Ireland 11 against a Pakistan 11. And Rizwan's ODI numbers flash up, averaging 34 at the moment in ODI cricket. But you're very welcome along to today's coverage. I'm sure many of you are watching live on Star Sports, or if you're here in the UK or Ireland, you can get it on TNT Sports 1 and all around the world. Do tell me where you're watching from. We'll give you a shout out in the live chat. Any questions you have? Amrit's watching on from Qatar. Nice to hear from you. Santosh says Jai Nepal. Madan Bertel just gives me lots of Nepal flags. Raju Paudal, Anjan Dalakoti, Sujit Kumar, Bim Banjara. Lovely to hear from you all. And on the YouTube live chat, nice to hear from Theo Dempsey. Spot on. I will see you later. I'm not sure if you're playing today, Theo, but great to be back in Phoenix. Just getting another look at that replay. Outstanding from Rohit Paudal. He went swiftly to his right, and oh, look at the celebrations. The trademark Rohit Paudal jump into the sky. And all him can do is shake his head. Look at how together the boys look. Fuller this time clipped away square into the leg side. Babar Azam. Oh, he is a touch of class. I think time to get the spinners into the game. I would bring them in now. I would bring them in the power play. Probably after this Sampal Kami over, go with another two of Karen KC. And then let's get Zlatat Rajbanshi into the game. One more look at the run out. It's a little bit off the inside edge, but it just sat up beautifully for Rohit Paudal. And the technique outstanding. And he knew as soon as the direct hit was affected, as did Imam ul Haq, who actually lost his bat in the slide through. An unbridled joy. Well, I keep saying it, but it's the stuff of dreams for Nepal to be here to play against India and Pakistan for the first time in their history, and they're showing that they belong here. What a way to start the morning. I couldn't agree with you more, Santosh and Prakash. I miss you too, mate. I wish I was there live, but nice to hear from Thaman Thapa. He's watching on from Australia. Prem Shrestha, Asim Basnat, and everyone enjoying the coverage. Going to be with you for the next 3 hours or so. Going to enjoy all of this first innings together. So great to see a big crowd in as well there in Multan, as Kami is offside, but straight to the fielder. End of the 7th over, Pakistan 29 for 2, and a brilliant start for Nepal. They'll be delighted with that. Let's get a little bit of a chat about the start of 11 today. Going to see if I can pull it up on my screen here. Speculating about this yesterday as we were talking about the game in a bit of a preview as to what may the Nepal lineup be. I was certain they'd go with Rajbanshi. So the big question was whether or not they would go with Bim Sharkey at number 3 or Arif Sheikh. And it looks like they've decided to leave Bim Sharkey out and go with Arif Sheikh. So let's get a look at the team in full. Pull that up now. All a little bit behind. I was a bit delayed this morning. But as soon as I've come on, we've brought about wickets and plenty of them. So let's get a look at this team if we can. Just want to bring it to you in batting order. The Nepali fans, they are roaring. Oh, what an extraordinary start. I've got a cup of tea here at the Phoenix Cricket Club in Dublin in Ireland. Great to be with you. So Shard Visakar on the YouTube live as well for the Cricket Association of Nepal. Earlier on, great to see Sharad. I think I'm going to chat to him in the post-match show, so looking forward to chatting to him. Let's see if we can raise that up a little bit. Oh, sorry, guys. Maybe we'll leave it as it was. It wasn't too bad. There it is. But what a way to start the morning. Thanks so much for joining me live here. Karen KC is going to continue into his 8th over, and we saw that the Prime Minister of Nepal, Pushpa Kamal Dahal Prachanda, as he's so well known, he was on a live Skype call today with the team, Karen KC, while he's pumped up. Oh, I tell you, I wish I was there. So let's get a look at the starting 11 and run through it in batting order, I'm going to go with what would be most likely. This isn't for certain. I think it's going to be Kushal Bertel and Asif Sheikh, obviously, to open things up. And then at number 3, I think they're going to go with Arif Sheikh. That would leave 4 for Rohit Paudel as KC comes in. Right on the money again. And Pakistan, they just look a little jittery. They look a little wobbly. KC clocked at 133 kilometers an hour. It's good pace. I suspect the 5, 6, 7 will be a movable feast between Kushal Malla, Gulshan Jha, and Dipender Singh Airi, depending upon what the situation dictates. Just getting a close-up here of Karen KC's action. Broad-shouldered, isn't he? A little bit of a wobble seam. Not a huge amount of movement, but just enough. And then 8, 9, 10, 11 for Nepal will be Sampal Kami, Karen KC, Sandeep Lamachani. Again, the exact order they'll go in will be dictated probably by the situation, as this one's driven straight back at KC, who gets a good hand in it to keep it to a dot ball. And then it will be Lalit Rajbanshi at 11. I think that's the strongest side. I think Monty Desai's got it right. I think Rohit Paudel have got it right. I think it's a really good call. And I think that is certainly the way to go for today's game. Biggest game in Nepal's history. And pressure on Pakistan. Remember, they're the hosts of the tournament. They won't host every game. As just got another look at, I think that was a mirror image from the stump cam. I haven't seen that before. Like Karen KC was bowling left-handed. This one's clipped away into the leg side. Just be a single this time. So great to hear from you. The idea for today's watch along, I've never done one before. It's blurry in YouTube stream. Okay, Matrix. Is that any better now? Can you tell me? Is it better now, Matrix? I'm depending upon the good folk at Phoenix Cricket Club here. Nice to hear from Tara Neddy watching on from the UAE. Milan Gurung saying, what a run out indeed. But I suppose the idea for today's watch along, I've never done one of these before. Obviously, I wish I was there commentating, but with all the requests, people suggested this would be the best way to enjoy the action together. So I'm here to take your questions, here to also guide you through the coverage as KC's left alone outside the off stump. Really good tight start this from Nepal. 30 for 2, the score in the 8th over. And super blurry. Okay. Is that the quality of the stream, you think? It looks like it's all good at my end. Just trying to get the YouTube feed fixed up. The commentator's just talking about Sandeep Lamachani there. Blurry, okay. Just trying to see if we can get that YouTube going up. Apparently, is Facebook nice and clear? Can someone let me know in the Facebook comments if that's coming through clearly? As the drone shows us a beautiful Multan cricket stadium. Abdul Kamus Kermani says, I have missed my university class to watch today's game. Great passion on show from both sides. This one's played down towards deep third, where Lalit Rajbanshi will do the fielding. Tight over from KC. End of the 8th, the score 31 for 2. Still very blurry. Okay. Nice to hear from you all. Chetan Timalsina, Subhash Subedi, Purushottam Pandey watching on from Japan. Very good morning or good evening to you there. It's probably early evening. Gautam Giri says one more wicket. Pakistan are in huge pressure. I agree with that. I think that if they can find a way past Babar Azam or Mohammad Rizwan, this is very much game on. Remember, you'd think about Nepal's strengths in their bowling lineup being their spinners, particularly Sandeep Lamachani, Dipender Singh Airi, Lalit Rajbanshi. They're kind of their 30 banker overs that you would imagine that things will be restricted. Great to see the fans in good numbers. Talk of it being a complete sellout there in Multan. And although the fans are still filtering in, I think everyone's choosing the right area up out of the sun. It looks pretty hot indeed. We'll just have a check on the temperature right now. Let's have a look. Multan temperature, 37 degrees. They're talking about it being there. And you can see Babar Azam, he's actually perspiring heavily. Gulshan Jha into the attack. He comes in for the 9th over. Just does his trademark run through the run-up. I think the bowler and the umpire weren't expecting that. They were ready for the first ball, but he always has a run-through. They're saying that he's right arm medium pace. I think he's a little bit more than that. Certainly one of the quicker bowlers. He's 18 years of age now, not 17 as the graphics say. We'll let the team at Star Sports know about that. There was a few amused comments as Dipender Singh Airi was said to bowl the first over on the graphics, which wasn't right. Starts wide outside the off stump, signalled as a wide by one of the two standing umpires that we have today. Brilliant start for Nepal, really is. This is just exactly what they will have wanted. It's Masuda Rahman from Bangladesh standing alongside Chris Gaffney from New Zealand. Langton Roseri is the third umpire from Zimbabwe, and Ahmed Shah Pakteen, the fourth umpire. Just looking at who's to come for Pakistan. Salman in at 5, Iftikhar at 6, Shadab Khan, such a dangerous player, the vice captain at 7, Mohammad Nawaz, very capable with the bat, the left arm spinner. And then those three bowlers who are going to provide the real challenge for Nepal in the second half. That's the pace trio of Naseem Shah, Shaheen Shah Afridi, and Haris Rauf, probably three of the quickest bowlers. Just getting another look at the wickets here. Such a good catch from Asif Sheikh. It wasn't the length that was full enough to drive. And then the run out. Oh, it's perfect. It was absolutely brilliant from Rohit Paudel. 2 down already. Can Nepal find a third before bringing in the spinners into the attack? So cheering for wickets. Nice to hear from Barshad Kapil watching on from UAE. Bim Dami watching on from Nepal. Prakash Nipani, Ram Prasad Kandel. Great numbers all around the world. It feels like 144p here. Okay, let me see if I can change my settings here on the YouTube studio. So obviously that's not quite right. Customization. Okay, I don't quite know how to do this. Free hit incoming. I think the free hit's because of a no ball from the previous ball. And Nayan Nayakura watching on from the United States, watching in the early morning. Please continue to give us these types of updates. Shrivaraj Acharya watching on from Manchester. And nice to hear from Ram Kumar, Katri Shetri, and Nirmal Bam. Great to hear from you all. Keep your comments coming in. Shambu Debkoda watching on from Kuwait. Brilliant drone shots being supplied by the cameras. The free hit was not made any contact with, but it was a wide outside the off stump. So Gulshan Jazz started wide, no ball wide. Bit of pressure on the 18-year-old. Free hit incoming again. And this time it floods into the pad. Won't be runs off the bat, but will be a couple down towards fine leg where Sandeep Lamachani does the fielding. Good arm right in over the top to Asif Sheikh. Don't know what I can do about this YouTube quality. Let's have a look here. Can end the stream. Don't want to do that. Manage. No. Still learning with this live stuff, guys. Not my speciality. Push Pakawar watching on from Saudi Arabia. Omkar asking where can you watch the official broadcast. Depends where you are in the world, my friend. If you're here in the UK or in Ireland, where I am, TNT Sports 1, which was BT Sport. Across Asia, it should be on Star Sports Live. Nicely flicked into the leg side. Should be a single. Babar Azam really, well, can't think of a better batter in the world right now across all three formats. And he's got his sparring partner, Mohammad Rizwan, alongside him. Rizwan, a class operator as well. We saw Rizwan interacting and engaging with plenty of the Nepal players, particularly some of the youngsters. I think it was Kushal Malla and Gulshan Jha that he was spending a bit of time with. Kushal Malla, of course, has that experience in Pakistan, having played in the Pakistan Junior League, where he was in the team that was mentored by Viv Richards. And yeah, if anyone can tell me how to increase live stream quality, that would be helpful on YouTube. Can someone tell me on Facebook, is the quality okay? Video quality is good on Facebook. Okay, thank you, Vivek. As Gulshan, just a little bit of a nervy start here. 6 runs from his first 2 legal deliveries with those 3 extras. 37 for 2 the score in the 9th over, in fact. Halfway through that 9th over, Rizwan just leaves this one alone. Nice to hear from Shambu Davkoda from Nepal, watching on the game from Kuwait. Kuwait's a beautiful place. Let's hope for a 3rd wicket here. That's what Nepal are cheering for. Any questions in the chat, let me know them as well. Okay, so how do we increase this live stream quality on YouTube? Not too sure about this. Let's see. Edit. Let's see if I can edit. Okay. Webcam. Yeah. Driven down the ground. Not going to be a single as mid-on. I think it's Sampal Kami does well initially, and then he's backed up by. So let's see if we can just get this stream quality up. Sorry, I'm working working as we're going here, guys. Okay. YouTube license, distribute everywhere, yeah. Just looking back at that dismissal of Fakir Zaman, such a good catch. Nice message from Yopesh. Great to hear from you, my friend. I wish I was there too. Just trying to get this updated. Which stream software am I using, Vivek? I'm just using a tablet here and hopefully the tablet's going to hold up battery-wise. Yeah, we got 50% battery. And on YouTube, just in my laptop. And they're just showing the lengths that Karen KC bowled. The previous two were a little bit fuller. And then this time, the perfect length as Asif Sheikh holds on, gets a big pat on his back from his brother, Arif Sheikh. Just looking back at that first wicket as Gulshan Jah closes out his first over. 7 runs have come from 38 for 2 Pakistan. And a really, really good start. Lots of messages saying they're missing my commentary. It's very kind. Wish I could be there. Nearly happened. Just trying to see if I can get this live stream quality up. Don't really want to restart it here on Facebook. But yeah, it's not quite happening. Right now, okay. If anyone can tell me, is the quality any better? A good idea from Krishna Chalice, who's saying he's watching the game on mute with my commentary or the YouTube Watchalong live. That's hopefully good fun. Show the live stream. I can only show you really briefly because I think that's probably breaking the rules. There it is there. As it's going to be Lalit Rajbanshi into the attack. So the first entry of spin, I think that's a really good shape near that. That's awesome to hear. Sintosh, nice to hear from you. And there is a slip in place. Still the power play, so only 2 fielders allowed outside. Deep backward square in place. And just trying to get a look at the second fielder outside the circle. No sign of them just yet as the drone shows us some beautiful shots. Very blurry. Okay, well, hold on. I'm just going to test my internet once more. Good start from Rajbanshi, right on the money. I think Azam and Rizwan are going to be watchful here, try and rebuild. They'll have plenty of time to accelerate. They don't want to lose any more wickets. Nice to hear from everyone in the comments. Some really fun ones there. And sadly, a lot of Rajbanshi's overstepped from his first delivery. They had to hold the game up because I think the third umpire is judging the no balls, and Rajbanshi does not look happy. Rizwan smiling though. And getting a look at the replay. Yeah, spot on. Clearly over. I think he might have mismarked his run up. Started right on the money, but now Rizwan will have a free hit, and Rajbanshi will have to try and survive that. Okay, we might have to restart this Facebook stream. I'm not sure why it's poor. Help around the corner, going to be a boundary. Not a good delivery. Just trying to dart it in was Rajbanshi, but angled down the leg side. No man at 45 and just helped around the corner by Mohammad Rizwan. So not the start that Gulshan Jah or Rajbanshi would have wanted. Just those few nerves. Both bowling a no ball in their first couple of deliveries. And that is less than ideal, to say the least. Just trying to see if we can get this quality fixed up. That's right on the money. Good length from Rajbanshi. Pop out dashboard. Let's see what that does. It says the quality is excellent, so I'm not sure why it's blurry, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. I think my internet should be good. Nice to hear from Aditya Ramal, Prakash Singh, Suman Ali. As the coverage has just gone down here. And it's back. I think it just buffered in and out. Depender Singh Ari with a brilliant piece of fielding. Initially, the graphics had that it was Bim Sharkey bowling. He's not playing today. A few day one problems all over here, always the way. So great to be with you on a bit of a YouTube, Facebook Live watch along. And great to hear all your messages, all your comments. As Rajbanshi gets that one right on the money. Looks like he's in a nice rhythm to start with. Just the issue with that front foot from the first delivery. So very good morning to you all from Dublin here in Ireland. Watching the live coverage from Multan in Pakistan as Nepal. Well, they make history today. Their first ever Asia Cup appearance. Their first time taking on either Pakistan or India in any full international. And Rajbanshi started beautifully. 4 consecutive dots right on the money. They have 2 wickets in the power play. With 1 delivery left of the first 10 overs. Wouldn't they love one more? And I have to say, Rizwan and Babar Azam have been cautious to start with. Understandably so. I guess my other option would be to go with the YouTube live stream via the phone. Would be an interesting choice. Might try that. If this, just ask the YouTube team, is the quality any better now? It should be good. Shouldn't be anything wrong with it. I've got full internet connection. So, end of the 10th over, and a few people giving poor old Akash Chopra a bit of stick. He's saying that the first Akash Chopra prediction went wrong. Roshan Chalagan asking what's the par score, and I would love to see. Look, a brilliant start, 2 wickets early. Anything under 300 on what looks like a good wicket, really does look a good wicket, would be a good achievement. That's probably the minimum that Nepal would want from here. This current score, 44 for 2. And they will be happy with that start. There's no doubt about it. But maybe if Sandeep Lamakhani can insert himself into the game, start to pick up some wickets, maybe things could be even better than that. Gulshan Jah is going to continue to bowl the 11th over. The average first innings total in ODIs at Multan, 283, known as a very flat, it's a very dry surface. So it will take turn, but I don't think spin is the thing that will pose a threat to Nepal. So 3 quick bowlers, Haris Rauf and Shaheen Shah Afridi, alongside Naseem Shah. They're all express pace. They're all up towards 150 kilometers per hour. So the end of the power play is signaled. Gulshan Jah into his 2nd over now from the media end of the ground. And he'll come in to bowl to Mohammad Rizwan. No slip in place now. This one's driven, just square of the man at Gully. Was falling short anyway. There was a missed catch as well. So Nepal have created opportunities. They've started really, really well. And I think they should be pleased with their start. What we're going to try and do on this YouTube live is close everything else down. They said it's fine. Okay. Is the audio quality good? Let me ask that YouTube thing. A little bit of a look at the power play package of highlights here. And that was the magic moment, Rohit Powdell. The brilliance of that run out was the anticipation. He picked up that it was mistimed. He went immediately to his right, attacked the ball firmly, and effected that direct hit. Well, the dot ball for Gulshan Jah on the speed gun at 124 kilometers an hour. He can certainly get it up maybe 10 or 12 kilometers an hour more than that, but not into his full rhythm yet. Ram Prasad Kandel is saying that the Asia Cup today, a win for Nepal over Pakistan. Suraj Gautam is up at 5:26 a.m. in Texas to watch on. That's great commitment, great dedication. I'm going to be with you here for the whole first innings. Enjoy the action together with you. So nervous this morning. I woke up like a kid at Christmas. This is a bit of a half volley, but Babar Azam can't beat Sampal Kami at mid-on in the 11th over. That one clocked at 122 kilometers per hour. Nice to hear from Santosh Sunawar, Kabi Raj Adhikari, and from Gajin Subedi, Maya, Saraj, Sanjeev, Nisha, Lalit Singh watching on from USA, Swapnil KC watching on from Sydney, 8:28 p.m. Ashim Karel, same mission year commentary, the Taklu Die. Wish I could be there, mate. It very nearly happened for the first game, but sadly didn't quite. Into the second power play, into these middle overs. Thanks for telling me that the audio quality is good. Sahil Sapkota asking where to watch in Australia. I think it's on Yup TV, YUPP. There's this one, bit of width, square driven, straight to the man, Kushal Malla, who's out at deep cover. Digaj Badarai asking me, is commentating a biased job? What do you reckon? I think it's a good question. I think that naturally former cricketers who've played for certain countries are going to be somewhat biased towards their own country. Certainly for me, I always try to be as independent and as unbiased as possible and try to give as fair a view of the game and a fair understanding for all sides. I love the associate teams. Obviously, I've got a big affinity with Nepal, who are in action as this one's shorter and pulled away towards the other sweeper on the leg side. That's Lalit Rajbanshi, who does the fielding. Actually affects the direct hit, which is going to cost an overthrow. Depender Singh Hari was backing up. He was so unlucky. It's deflected and flicked away to his right to turn the single into two for, I think it was Rizwan on the pull shot. And again, the graphics team will have to correct that. And Kabi Rajadakari saying they are glued to the TV set. Kayo Sports is the other way to watch, apparently, in Australia. So thanks for that. Suprin Sithaz giving out about all the extras. There has been a lot of extras. That's maybe the only thing that Monty Desai wouldn't be very pleased with at the moment. The current run rate, 4.3. That's good from Nepal, as this one's driven beautifully. Oh, he's a good player to watch, isn't he? Rizwan. I'm not sure whether or not they've picked up on that extra single that came from the overthrow on the TV graphics. They're wrong at the moment. The score 49 for 2, not 48 for 2. And I'm sure they'll pick up on that. Nice to hear from you, Ashim Karel, Ang Mingmer Sherpa, Shrestra Prashant. Lalit Singh asking to show us the screen. I can only show it to you briefly, guys, because I'll get into copyright fraud problems otherwise. I suspect that there are the Nepal fans in the crowd, certainly on the Facebook Live at least. And Navadeep Panthi is saying he thinks that Sandeep can take Babar's wicket. I think that's a good shout. Chandra is saying good luck, Nepal. Ubed Nepal Khan is saying hello, big hello to you. Robin Basnet saying thank you for the support. Thank you for your support too, mate. And lovely to hear from everyone. And certainly people enjoying that Nepal have got off to such a good start. Sachit Lama watching on the YouTube live stream from Stuttgart in Germany. Nice to hear from you, mate. And Rishav Badarai, Sachit Lama saying they need Babar's wicket ASAP. Rajbanshi is going to continue. We're into the 12th over. Score is 48 for 2, Pakistan. Good start from Nepal. Good tight start. I think they'll be pleased with this effort as the fans continue to filter in, continue to fill up what looks like a really impressive venue there in Multan. Haven't been to Multan yet. Was in Lahore last year for Ireland versus Pakistan women, as Babar Azam cuts that one away for a single. I think they are still going to tell the Star Sports team that they missed the overthrow there. Here, Andy Flair on commentary. That was someone I was with in Zimbabwe. Nice to hear from, who's that watching on? Navadeep Panthi, who is actually Sheriff, who's watching on. He says, the day after tomorrow, I've got my board exam, but I'm watching the Nepal game. How could you miss it? Lovely consistency from Rajbanshi, right on the money. And Rizwan and Babar at the moment are just being happy to watch, to conserve, to build a third wicket partnership after the loss of their two openers. Babar 15 off 18, Rizwan more cautious, 9 off 18. Lots of funny comments coming in too. We'll get to those questions. Janardan Gurung saying, we are enjoying the match, whatever the result. Too right. Where's my Dhaka topi, sir? Good question. Well, Yovi, I travel nowhere without my topi, so come on. Oh, that one's flicked around the corner. Going to be 4. It was speared in by Lalit Rajbanshi. So right on cue. Why don't we make it the topi? The topi's going to go on next time we get a wicket, okay? But we'll give you a quick look at it. There is my favorite hat. And another big shout out. Look at that. How good is that? The Dhaka topi. You can't help but love that. It is so comfortable, so stylish. I just got to pop itself out a bit. Got a little bit damaged in my bag. There we are. There. Look, even better. So yeah, big shout out to Pradip Irie's wife who gifted me this, and I did offer to pay. I insisted on paying, but she just wouldn't take it. So that was a lovely gift. So there is the Dhaka topi. Love that. End of the 12th over. 7 runs come from it, including that boundary from, I think it was Rizwan around the corner, although there are a few issues right now with the exact scoring graphics. It gets us to the end of the 12th. The score is 56 for 2. And a good shout, yeah, the next time the Topi will come out is for another wicket. Laxmi Basnet watching on. Sarah Damala saying, I am so happy, Andrew. Me too, mate. What a day. What a historic occasion for Nepali cricket. And Dylan Gallagher watching on from Sri Lanka. He's saying this is a really good start for Sri Lanka. And come on, Nepal, you can make an upset. Navdeep Paddy wants to take a screenshot of the Topi. Okay, go on. We'll put it on just for one screenshot. What about a namaste as well? There's a main shot. There we go. Nice namaste. There's your screenshot if you want it. Tanvir Azim asking, am I in Bangladesh or Sri Lanka right now? I'm actually in Dublin. I'm at the beautiful Phoenix Cricket Club, which if I tilt that up, you can see one of their honours board there. What is that? This season sponsors up there. Great club. Right in the heart of Dublin city centre, the oldest cricket club in Ireland. Sandeep Lamachani in a historic day for him, his 50th one-day international, fastest ever to 100 ODI wickets. He comes on 111 wickets in just 50 ODIs, 49 in fact up to today. He's going to come in from the media end, does his trademark kiss, and he's all set. Looks like he's been to the barber as well. Nice haircut for Sandeep Lamachani. And this is a good matchup, I think. Two right-handers on strike. The wicket-taking threat. He takes one big breath in and delivers a nice flighted leg break, which is driven away stylishly. Oh, it's a beautiful shot. Mohammad Rizwan, he's a gorgeous player to watch, and that is a special stroke. Just a little bit too full from Sandeep Lamachani. And the Pakistan flags are flying now up in the crowd as this third wicket partnership starts to build. Going to be the talisman. Yeah, certainly just a bit too full. Nicely flight. Good bit of flight and looped leg break. This time drags his length back. So 62 for 2. The score now halfway through the 13th over. Yeah, replay of that boundary. Beautiful batting. He's a class act, isn't he? Mohammad Rizwan. He really is. Lovely to hear from you all on the live comments. Ananda Chalagan watching on from Portugal. Dipender Singh Ari unable to affect the stop this time, so a couple more runs to the total. Runs starting to flow now for Pakistan. And Sarah Damala, lovely to hear from you watching on from Nepal. Govind Pandey, how are you? He says, I'm very good, mate. Really enjoying watching this action. Wish I was there in Multan. Up in the corner by Rizwan, who's looked very fluent now in the last few deliveries. He moves to 24 from just 25. Just getting back to a few of the comments here on the YouTube live stream as well. Nice to hear from Pranit Karala, who's saying pressure on Lalit Rajbanshi. Yeah, a little bit. Here's a good stat. Babar Azam versus leg spinners since 2021. 15 innings, been out 5 times, but he's averaging 70 against them. The strike rate of over 100. So he's going to thrive, you would think, against Sandeep Lamachani. That was right on the money. Nice drift in. A little bit of drift from Lamachani. No real turn. 86 kilometers on the speed gun. Arif Sheikh is next to his brother there for a slip. Asif, both wearing their trademark Oakley sunglasses. Looks a very hot day. There's Rohit Paudel. What a young leader he is. What a captain of the country he is. I was talking to him last night, wishing him all the best. He was saying the team had been very well welcomed in Pakistan, really well looked after. That's the googly out of the back of the hand, but well picked by Babar Azam to close out the 13th over as Pakistan. They moved to 64 for 2. So great to have you with me. Janet and Garung, that's very kind of you to say. Lovely to hear from Rishabh Bhattarai as well. Dylan, lovely to hear from you too. Suprim Stha. Lalit Singh is saying that Nepal need a wicket. Sanjeev Langadi saying he's loving my support for Nepali cricket. It's been a great honor to be part of the journey with Nepal. And we're just approaching that first drinks break. I'm going to take a break after this over too as we get to that first drinks break. I think this will be the final over before first drinks with 13 overs bowled, 64 for 2 the score. Rajbanshi is going to continue. As there's a few ice creams being eaten in the crowd by a young man who Well, a bit of a shade of Azam Khan to that youngster in the crowd. I think Azam Khan's out at the CPL right now. Gulshan Jad is the fielding. Raj Banchi on the money. Dot ball. Namaste, Milan. Lovely to hear from you. Ujwal Sapkoda. He says, sir, big fan. Shout out, please. My pleasure. Big shout out to you. Sanip Jakpuri saying, good luck, Nepal. Pitambar Pakarel. Good luck, Nepal, he says too. As Dipender Singh Airi is everywhere right now. He's fielding an extra cover, but he's cutting off the ball everywhere. I was just talking about Andy Flair, who's on commentary, someone I got to know really well down in Zimbabwe during the Cricket World Cup qualifier. Brilliant human, I have to say, as this one's driven to the left of Dipender Singh Airi, but Sampal Kami does really well out at deep extra to keep it to just a single. Gets a round of applause from Raj Banchi too. Yeah, was blown away by Andy Flair, his insight, his knowledge of the game, his passion, his love for the sport, his joy at being back in Zimbabwe, just his second time back since that incredible stand he took alongside Henry Alonga back in 2003. Nice to hear from you all. Comments flooding in. Tiffer Manali, lovely to hear from you. Thanks so much. Sanjok Karki says, Karen bowled really well. Nice to hear from Taku Blessing Manzero. He says, Andrew, come back to Zimbabwe. I'll be back there soon, mate. I'm hoping to be there for the Ireland series in November, December when that's on. Love my time in Zimbabwe. Such a beautiful country. Love all my time in Africa. Brilliant place. And hopefully I'll be in Nepal before that, for the T20 World Cup qualifier, as Raj Banchi's being right on the money with just one run, and the commentators on the main coverage talking about just how warm it is, just how hot it is. Very kind. Thank you for that message. I can't quite read your name because it's in the Nepali script, but I really appreciate that most recent message. End of the 14th, 65 for 2. Good start for Nepal. I think I'll take that. Time for a drinks break. Time for me to go get a cup of tea. Do stay with me. Won't be going anywhere too far. And we will have about a 5-minute break here. I'll be back with all the action in probably about 5 minutes time. So stay in the live stream. Keep those messages coming in. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel yet, please do. Going to try and build that up, provide some coverage over the next little while. Let's hope that hasn't knocked the stream off. Resume. Did briefly lose the stream. We're back now. And a big shout out to the Phoenix groundsman, the one, the only, Collie Byrne. What a man. Collie, you better be here today. I'll hopefully see you for a pint later. But for now, it's a cup of tea for me. I'll be back with all the action for the second session of the first innings. As Nepal will be really, really pleased with their start. They've got 2 wickets. Can they get away past Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan? See you in a couple of moments.
piece of fielding to put Pakistan in trouble at the start of their innings. 65 for 2. Waqar struggling to 14. And Imam ran out for 2. And now it's the partnership of Baba and Rizwan that we focus on. It's a partnership of 40 so far. A fairly quick time, 51 balls, given that they're 2 down. And Sandeep Lamachani from the commentary box end to continue and bowl his second over. And what I remember the Pakistan teams of old, when they would play against tough opposition, with quality match players, and as they came against lesser opposition, they would just clean the way slightly. Not anymore. The bowlers are now doing well with their intensity, but once you go into a game like this, what will the team clock be like? Well, I don't remember them being too easy to beat on as a smaller nation. Yeah, interesting, isn't it, how you set up.
Okay, from the drinks break, missed a ball actually, single. But Sandeep Lamachani, he's continuing. He's bowling really nicely flighted leg breaks right now. Mohammad Rizwan and Babar Azam continue. You're all very welcome along. Namaste to the YouTube or the Facebook Live Watchalong. Great numbers tuning in from all over the world. Do let me know where you're watching from too. And hopefully you're enjoying the coverage. And yeah, just here to be with you, here to answer your questions. Never really done one of these before, so it's something a bit new for me, trying to get my head around how to do it best, I suppose. But great to be with you as Lamachani drags down a googly, helped away into the leg side, but protection out there and a misfield. Oh dear. Sampal Kami, well, it should have been a single. He got a little bit complacent, a little bit lazy on it, and maybe just that heat starting to tell. 37 degrees. He lets out a big sigh. Well, this was regulation. He just went at it so lackadaisically. And then it's gone between his hands, and Lamachani cannot quite believe that. I don't think I could either, to be honest. I thought that was a cast iron single. Nepal just losing their way a little bit. There's another googly as well picked by Babar Azam, who's playing it off the back foot. He's making a statement to Lamachani that he's picking him out of the hand. And right now, camera focusing on Sampal Kami. As a big shout out to everyone in Phoenix Cricket Club for hosting me here today. Ganesh Pun asking, what's the current score? The last ball of the 15th over, 72 for 2 right now. As Lamachani gets that one out of the front of the hand, just skids on a bit. Rizwan keeps it out. 15 bowled, 72 for 2 the score. Pranit Kaurla is saying, what an error from Sampal. Yeah, that wasn't a great piece of work. Lovely to hear from everyone. Namaste to Randir Singh, Namaskar, Ram, Hari Pandey, Kamal Rana, Andrew Daju, Hari Bandari saying we miss your commentary. Surendra Pokerol saying Namaskar. Randir Singh saying change the 1 run into 4. Sanjog, I've got to pronounce his name right. Sorry, Sanjog Karki. He's saying, sir, will you come to Kathmandu for the T20 World Cup Asia qualifier? The plan right now is yes. Can't announce it officially because it's not confirmed, but really hoping to be. And yeah, going to enjoy every moment of being back in my second home. I love it there in Nepal. Really do enjoy it. So let me just see if I can get... we'll change in bowling. Dipendra Singh Airi is going to come into the attack. Interesting move with the off spinner coming into the 2 right-handers. I think it's a left-hander in next for Pakistan. Dipendra Singh Airi fresh from the GT20 in Canada as Sandeep Lamachani is. Career economy rate 3.9 in ODI cricket. They are superb numbers. He's such a clever bowler. He varies his trajectories very cleverly. That one's out to Kushal Malla, who fields nicely. Pakistan just moving their run rate up towards 5 runs per over. But already, for me, well, Nepal are showing that they belong at this level. Lovely to hear from Tej Manu. And this one hit towards backward point. Devkota Laxman, thanks for covering the match. Following from Texas, Pearland. Had a chance to see you up close while you were here last year. Nice to see you again, Devkota. Love that ground, the Musa Stadium in Texas. And cricket continues to go from strength to strength. Irie starts right on the money. He's so quick between his overs. Well, you blink and you'd miss it. That one goes out to Kushal Bertel. Andy Flower is praising the Nepal side. Good half stop from Gulshan Jah. I think that could have been 4. And in fact, it's not even a single as Rizwan turns down the single. That should have been 1. So 3 consecutive dots for Irie, building some pressure up. Lovely to hear from you all. Badrad Bat saying, highly appreciate your support towards Team Nepal. Mate, I love cricket and being such a part of my life now, my journey with Nepal. As a single close out, a 3-run Dipendra Singh Irie over. 75 for 2 the score after 16. Keshav Bis, lovely to hear from you. Sairav Giri, Arjun Gamir, Ravi Magar. Kiran Rai says namaste over on YouTube. Hi to everyone on YouTube and here on Facebook as well. A big warm namaste to you. Where are you watching from? Are you enjoying the action? Is this living the stuff of dreams, fantasy land right now? Plenty of messages coming in saying they're missing me in the commentary box. I'll be there soon, guys. Really sorry I couldn't be there. It did nearly happen. There's a few logistical problems. I was hoping to be in for the first game, but I was never going to be there for the second game because I've got all the Indian commentators coming in, which is totally understandable. As we take a look here at the 17th over, Sandeep Lamachani comes in to bowl his 3rd to Babar Azam, and Mohammad Rizwan are building a very good partnership for the 3rd wicket. Lamachani nicely flights that leg break, but it's driven confidently towards Kushal Malla deep cover. Will just be a single. Current run rate 4.6. Shrestha, very big hello as well. Watching from Sydney. Prabal Aryal watching from Ethiopia. Isn't the internet amazing? Just taking a look at the previous winners of the Asia Cup. We might get another look at that graphic in a moment. Sri Lanka, remember, the reigning champions in the T20 format. Something that the Asian Cricket Council did recently was amend the playing format depending upon the World Cup cycle that they're in. So with last year's event being a T20 World Cup year, they had an Asian Cricket Council T20 Asia Cup, and this year with it being an ODI World Cup that we're building up to in India, it's a 50 over Asia Cup. I think it's a really good call. Good for all the teams. Actually gives them a massive advantage. Yeah, the reigning champion Sri Lanka, previous 2 winners then in the ODI format were India in 2018 and Sri Lanka in 2014, separated by an India victory in the T20I format. It's a googly, flighted outside the off stump. Again, driven out towards sort of a square drive from Mohammad Rizwan. He's probably looked the more fluent of the two. Andy Flower just talking on commentary now about it's about time Pakistan start to get moving. The partnership goes past 50, worth 53 from 68 deliveries. Looks very hot indeed there in Multan. As that's beautifully flighted up. A little bit of drift in from Lamachani. He's trying to tempt the batters into playing a shot. And a bit of a grimace and a smile from the leg spinner. End of the 17th, 78 for 2. Lovely to hear from you all. What questions have you got for me? As we see Robiel Maharjan says he's watching on from Jupiter. I think you're lying to me, Robiel. Rabindra Gamir, good morning from Toronto. Tej Manu watching on from Germany. Mohammed Farouk watching on from Qatar. Big tournament coming up in Qatar next week with the final sub-regional qualifier to decide the last spot for that T20 World Cup qualifier in Kathmandu, as Dipendra Singh Irie is going to continue. This one driven, but Kushal Bertel makes a good stop at extra cover. Will just be single. In fact, it'll be a dot ball. Good stop. Slip is in place for Irie. This one's cut away. That's going to be runs. I think 4 of them. A little bit too much width. No turn on offer for Irie. So just uses the crease, goes deep into it. And that's beautiful batting from Babar Azam. Such a good player. Both batters now batting in baseball caps. They are hot, they are sweaty, but they look ever so confident. 2 incredibly good batters. Till now, question coming in. What's my best moment or my key moment? I think that run out from... Oh, good stop. That's Gulshan Jah saving 4. That backward point keeps it to a dot ball. Yeah, the key moment for me so far was Rohit Paudal's run out. Sensational. Ganesh Pun is asking what total could Nepal chase here. It does look a flat deck, as you're saying. I think Nepal's batting is deeper than it's ever been. You would hope something under 300 is what they'll restrict Pakistan to. The current run rate about 4.6, but you're always going to get acceleration. Showing some highlights here of a classic Pakistan-Bangladesh game when Pakistan won the Asia Cup back in 2012 to spark jubilant scenes of celebration. Safraz Ahmed was there. As Irie continues, driven straight to cover. Good over, just the boundary and a single from it. 5 come off it, 83 for 2 for Pakistan. Lovely to hear from all of your messages. Gautam Giri says the partnership is growing. Nepal need to break it. I'd agree with that. And yeah, just trying to work out why this isn't quite working on Facebook. Or excuse me, it is working on Facebook, but on YouTube I'm having a few issues today. Let's see if we can turn this around and use the phone for the YouTube. That would give me free up my laptop as well. Let's have a look here, see if we can maybe do that instead. Nice to hear from you, Pankaj. Thanks for that kind comment. Lamachani is going to continue into his 4th over. Starts with a dot ball. Babar Azam on strike, right on the money. And 2 batters have been very respectful to Nepal spinners thus far. They'll have done their research. And Lamachani has indeed come back well. Andy Flower just making that point live on the broadcast. Sanjog is asking who is going to break this partnership. I think Depender Singh Irie is the one. Obviously, the more likely one would be Lamachani with his wicket-taking numbers. Nicely fielded by Karen KC. Nepal really showing that they belong at this level. So good to see some of the Pakistan super fans in as well. There's stylish moustache up there in the crowd. 31 overs remain after this one. Lamachani started his 4th over well, 3 consecutive dots. And this time he's flicked into the leg side for a single. As Rajbanshi makes sure in the deep. So just going to dive out of this YouTube live stream. It doesn't seem to be working. There seems to be blurry issues. The Facebook's up and with great numbers. So hello to everyone on Facebook. Stay with me here. And hopefully we will come back and